So my name is Tasheema Fair. I am a board certified OBGYN. I'm also a health and wellness coach. So I started my coaching business because I wanted to help women get a result. I wanted to help them lose weight and keep it off, because I myself was on the yo-yo dieting roller coaster for a long time. But after I started my program, I was able to lose 40 pounds in 6 months and able to keep it off. And that inspired me to help women like myself who are busy professionals or stay-at-home moms that have, been on several diets and nothing has worked. Or they've had some results but were not able to keep them. I wanted to help those women get results and keep it off permanently. So I also a board certified OBGYN. I've been a doctor for over 10 years. So as you know, that goes, I work with women all the time. So I know, about the health scares and from healthy to not so healthy. So the full gamut of women's health care. So I've been doing that for over 10 years. I'm also in the Army. I'm a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army Reserves. I've been in the Army for 16 years, almost 17. Will be 17 in December. Was active duty and then went back to the reserves. I've been a health coach for over 2 years. Yes. So in the military, for the most part, I see dependents and some soldiers, or female soldiers. But I just wanted a different outlook outside of the military, outside of active duty. So I went back to the reserves. Now the health coaching business came, a little bit later, probably about 3 years later after I got out of the Army. But it has, because I see so much more than I, would normally see as an active duty physician. It has enhanced my passion for women's health. Not just, they're coming to see me as their physician, but also helping them have all around health. I started my coaching business in July of 2017. So I offer weight management service such as weight loss and fat loss. I also offer mindset coaching during the program, and I offer, if people want to put on lean muscle, I offer that as well. No, my niche is nutrition based, and so whether you want to lose weight, maintain a healthy weight, or put on lean muscle, 80% of that is nutrition. 20% is fitness, and 100% is mindset. And so I tend to focus on nutrition. I do some fitness things, give them workouts to do that target specific areas that they want to target. But the brunt of it is nutrition and mindset. So I live in East Tennessee, and I've been in East Tennessee for over 5 years. Love the location. Not too far from my parents, but not too close either. So I just kept the business here because this is, where I work, and I wanted to build locally in East Tennessee. So a lot of social media, Facebook, Instagram. I'm also on LinkedIn and Twitter and some other social media platforms. Email marketing. So several different areas to get, my name and my business out there. So I'm on Instagram, LadyDocFit78, also LadyDocFit781. Facebook is www.facebook.com/Tasheema Fair. Also, my business page is Lady Doc Fitness and Fair Fit Lifestyle. Also on Twitter, DocT2011, and LinkedIn, Tasheema Fair. My website is www.ladydocnutrition.com. So, branding is important. So, if a lot of people just use Instagram, a lot of people just use Facebook, but I find there are different populations that use different things. A lot of the younger population uses Instagram more, but middle-aged women in their 30s, 40s, 50s use Facebook and not so much Instagram. If they have Instagram, it's for the grandkids or something like that. So I tend to get a lot more of people that are in their 30s, 40s on Facebook, and then the younger generation on Instagram. It's super vital to my business. So having a website where people can go to and look for somebody like me, they can Google and find me on the internet, find a coach on the internet. So it's super important to have that technology. Otherwise, it would be word of mouth. You have to go out and you have to talk to people, which I do. Old school ways still work, but it's not as efficient as having a website, being on social media. It's not as fast. There are always ethical concerns that the health and wellness industry has to deal with. So you just have to kind of roll with the punches and make sure you are taking care of your clients and making sure you're doing the right thing by your clients, listening to your clients if they have complaints or anything or whatever their issues are, making sure you're a problem solver for your clients. So I basically make sure I take care of my client from the beginning to the end. So if they were in my, somebody was in my 60-day program, that's a long time, but I'm still with that person the whole time that they're in the program. And so whatever the concerns or questions or anything that comes, up, I'm able to be there for them and to handle those situations. So we meet very frequently. So any issues that they have, they're going to bring them up to me. So say somebody wants to lose 50 pounds. They're working with me for 60 days. Will they lose 50 pounds in 60 days? That's an admirable goal. They could, but they may not. But they're going to get as close to it as they can. And so it's a start. So I don't mislead them. I'll tell them, hey, I'm not going to say you're going to lose this 50 pounds in 60 days. I am going to say you're going to lose 20 to 25 pounds in 60 days, maybe more, if you stick to the program and be strict about it. What sets me apart is I'm a female doctor, and there are not a whole lot of doctors like myself that are in health and wellness. And so that knowledge base is, it goes above and beyond what, anybody else can give them. I can give them more than, somebody who doesn't have the knowledge that I have as a physician. And I've been there. I've been where they are. So I know what to do. I do have mentors, several. So my father, the late Jarrell Fair Sr. was my mentor. He was very business minded, very entrepreneurial minded, and so it's in my DNA. You can say that. So he taught me a lot. Also, the late great Jim Rohn, aka Uncle Jim, is what we call him. So he really taught me about mindset, and so having the right mindset to be successful. Last but certainly not least, Jesus Christ is my mentor because he embodied like just the things that I want to have in myself. So he accomplished his purpose in the earth, and that's what I want to do, accomplish my purpose in the earth before God calls me home. I would love to mentor, young doctors, young entrepreneurs. I don't currently mentor anybody specifically per se. I do, give advice to a lot of young people, but I would just love to have, one or two that, I'm, implanting knowledge in, all the time. So yeah, I would love to, implant seeds of knowledge and just life stuff into somebody, young coming up, like a young doctor, young resident, who's fresh and doesn't know the life yet, doesn't know much about it yet, but give them the tools that they need to get through residency and into if they go to fellowship or into that first job that they have. Really just being humble and persevering, not quitting, because having a business or anything you do can be really hard. It can be stressful some days, but the key is to not quit. There are days I may be super busy, and try to connect with as many people as possible, but not get any reciprocation. But that's not going to deter me from, working, because there's somebody out there who needs what I have. Exactly. So, like I said, perseverance, like despite what comes up, despite life, because life happens to all of us, not quitting despite what life brings to us, and being the changer, because I can control that. I can control change. Change is going to happen, but I can control what changes happen. Prayer, lots and lots of prayer. It works. So staying connected to God is super important in this journey. It is, a lifesaver to stay connected to God in this journey, because things get tough and you need somebody bigger than you to help you handle those tough times. And then just having a strong work ethic. So I've always, had that in me, to work hard and, to be successful and to make my family proud of me. Start. Don't, there's a saying that's, their days begin with day, but some day, you have 7 days a week, but some day is not one of them, because you may never get to that someday. So you need to start that business today. You need to start your fitness journey, if you haven't started yet, today. And know that it's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not like Usain Bolt, fastest runner in the world. It's not his race. This is, the the Boston Marathon. And it's longer than that. As long as you're living, you keep trying, you keep going, you don't quit. You know, fear is false evidence appearing real. So it's not real unless you give into it, unless you make it real. Because when you're trying to succeed, you have to work each individual piece. For example, when it comes to weight loss, you have to celebrate each pound that you lose. Each pound of fat that you lose is a win. And the brain cannot recognize small wins from big wins. So don't get discouraged if you only lost a pound this week, because if you've seen a picture of a pound of fat, that's a lot. So keep going. Don't quit. And you just have to work each individual piece. So, when you get a client, celebrate that. When, that's a win. When you lose weight, every time you lose a pound, celebrate that. That's a win. Now, don't celebrate too much. Make sure you stay on your journey. But each individual small thing you should celebrate and thank God for. So if you have tried everything to lose weight, and you're at your weight's end, you need a health coach. So my website is www.ladydocnutrition.com.